officially to the 65th inaugural lecture of Ogbomoso University of Technology, to be delivered by Professor SEUN OLADEJO. Please join me in bringing to the podium the Registrar of the University, Mrs. Omari Kabali, and Vice Chancellor to give the certificate of the lecturer.
invite our dear Vice Chancellor, Professor Razak Olatunde, to please step forward as he presents to this august assembly the lecturer of the 65th inaugural lecture of the Ladoke University of Technology. The Vice Chancellor, sir.
Citation of Professor OLADIPUPO OLADEJO is a seasoned academic in civil engineering. He is a professor of water resources and environmental engineering. Born on November 18, 1972 in Ibadan, Oyo State, Nigeria. He has built a distinguished career focused on sustainable environmental solutions and advancing engineering practices. OLADIPUPO's academic journey began as with a Bachelor of Technology in Civil Engineering from OLADIPUPO University in 1998, followed by a Master of Science and Master of Philosophy degrees from the University of Ibadan, respectively in the year 2000 and 2008. In 2012, he completed his doctoral degrees in water resources and environmental engineering. He started as a graduate assistant in Ladoke University of Technology, Ogbomoso, in 1998. He rose through the ranks to become a professor in October 2018. His professional journey exemplifies excellence in both academic and administrative roles, having held several key leadership positions, including acting head of the Department of Civil Engineering and chairman of numerous committees here in Ladoke University of Technology, Ogbomoso, and acting head of the Department of Civil Engineering at Landmark University, Ibadan. He is currently the Dean of the Faculty of Engineering and Technology. Professor OLADEJO has been instrumental in the development of postgraduate programs in civil engineering in this university and at Landmark University. This role demonstrates his ability to steer strategic initiatives aimed at improving educational standards and fostering collaboration within and beyond his institution. His research has made significant impact in the field of environmental and civil engineering. His work addresses key issues such as pollution remediation, waste management, and sustainable energy. Significantly, he explored the use of locally sourced materials for environmental sustainability and is pioneering research on phytoremediation through constructed wetlands for wastewater treatment. Is noble work. Professor OLADEJO has cultivated international collaborations, notably with the WET Center for Development Studies, Israel, where he had a certificate in clean technology, and contributed to integrating innovative environmental solutions like constructed wasteland and biogas production. He is a registered engineer with the Council for the Regulation of Engineering in Nigeria, COREN, and a corporate member of the Nigerian Society of Engineers. His professional affiliations include membership in the International Society for Development and Sustainability. Professor OLADIPUPO is happily married and blessed with motherly children. Distinguished audience, I hereby declare the 65th inaugural lecture of this university open as I invite Professor OLADIPUPO to deliver it on behalf of the Faculty of Engineering and Technology.
Vice Chancellor, the Vice Chancellor, Deputy Vice Chancellor Strategy and Development, Deputy Vice Chancellor Academics and Innovations, the Registrar, the Bossa, the University Librarian, the Provost of Colleges, Deans of Graduate Schools, Deans of other Faculty and Student Affairs, former Deans, Faculty of Engineering and Technology, members of the University Senate, Head of Department of Civil Engineering, heads of other departments, Fed Board member and other members of Prefect, Director of Centers and Units, member of the University Congregation, member of my family, nuclear and extended, law, spiritual and temporal, distinguished guests, great Ladokites, gentlemen of the press, ladies and gentlemen. Immortal and invisible God, only wise, most blessed, most glorious, ancient of this, almighty, victorious, and greatly my praise, with a heart full of gratitude and reference, I begin to acknowledge the Almighty God, the source of all wisdom, strength, and inspiration. It is by His grace and providence that I stand before you today, entrusted with the privilege to contribute to knowledge and innovation in service to humanity. To Him all the glory, honor, and praise. January 2025, while delivering his valedictory lecture, stated 3 lectures traditionally marks the inaugural milestone of a university professor, the inaugural lecture, the university lecture, and the valedictory lecture. According to INAUGURAL 2012, the inaugural lecture is delivered to show the basis for the promotion and appointment of an academic to a professorial position. The inaugural lecture provides an opportunity to engage with broader audiences inside and outside the institution to establish new collaboration, to strengthen existing relationships, including fundraisers and decision makers from government, academic, and industry. May I say here that I had the opportunity to deliver a university lecture during the 10th Faculty of Engineering Technology lecture series held on Thursday, 13 February 2025 at the hall, lauded with much title, Table in Contents of Factor Remediation, the wonders of aquatic plants magnified in constructed wetland for the wastewater treatment. With boundless grace of God, I stand here today, honored with privilege to deliver the 65th inaugural lecture of our great university, the 21st in the Faculty of Engineering and Technology, and the 4th in the Department of Civil Engineering. I consider this a sacred cause, not as a recognition of academic effort, but as a call to contribute meaningfully to the sustainability of our environment and the well-being of the generation yet unborn. As I stand here today, I am remembered of the words of the scriptures in Genesis 2:15. The Lord God took the man and put him in the garden of Eden to work it and take care of it. This divine instruction remains profoundly relevant today as we confront the global environmental crisis to understand humanity's spiritual responsibility for stewardship, preservation, restoration of the earth, principles that resonate deeply with the theme of sustainability, innovation, and resilience that frame today's lecture. The topic, engineering solution for a sustainable future integrating green energy, waste management, and smart technology for environmental resilience is not just technically relevant today, but globally imperative. It speaks directly to several United Nations 6 Sustainable Development Goals, SDG, including SDG 7, 9, 11, 12, and 13. In this lecture, Mr. Vice I explore how the integration of the green energy, effective management, waste management, and smart technology can help build the environmentally resilient future. My academic journey. I started my academic journey as a little Ibadan, as kindergarten following my dad until 1978 when I was enrolled as CSC Missionary Primary School in Ibadan, where I moved to St. Unions Catholic Primary School in 1981. where I wrote my first school-level certificate exam in 1984. I proceeded to the Montania, the Ibadan Grammar School, Ibadan, where I participated in WAEC and GC in 1989. My intention was to proceed to higher school certificate B.Tech, but it was abolished same year. I was admitted to Ogbomoso, Tech, where I was offered to study civil engineering as against electrical engineering that I wanted. As fate had it today, I am here as a civil and environmental engineer dealing with matters related to energy and electricity generation. Engineering is not just about building structures, it is about shaping the future, solving problems, creating sustainable solutions that ensure survival of our planet. In Nigeria and across Africa, we continue to struggle with inefficient waste disposal system, unreliable energy sources, and the devastating impact of pollutants even on the water bodies. Landfill emit vast amounts of methane, contributing to global warming. Solale 2024, during our 61st inaugural lecture, explored the bedeviled with insufficient energy generation and distribution challenges Nigeria and other African countries were facing. This lecture addresses how innovations and interdisciplinary research can solve these pressing challenges. Engineering solutions. Engineering solutions refer to the systemic application of scientific and mathematical principles to design, develop, and implement technologies, systems, or processes that solve practical problems or improve existing conditions across various domains, including infrastructure, manufacturing, energy, healthcare, and the environment. At the 2014, OLADEJO 2028, and OLADEJO 2024C, Figure 1 shows the scope of engineering solutions, spanning definitions of problems to analyze the problem. Mr. Vice Chancellor, Halilu 2013 related technological development of art creativity, positing that technology is a practical application of knowledge in any particular area. Bronsland Commission in 1987 defines sustainable development as development that meets the needs of the present without compromising the ability of the future generations to meet their own needs, while maintaining the health of the ecological, the social, and economic system. Figure 2 shows the cardinal of sustainable future. Green energy. Green energy, known as clean or renewable energy, refers to the energy derived from natural processes that are continuously replenished and have minimum environmental impact. It primarily includes sources like solar, wind, hydroelectric, biomass, and geothermal energy. Green energy is central to the transition towards a low-carbon economy, mitigating climate change, and promoting sustainable development, as shown in Figure 3. Green energy does not emit greenhouse gases or pollutants during production and consumption. Several studies have been reported to generate green gas through valorization of electoral residue. Yakaifa 2018, OLADEJO 2025A, OLADEJO and Akredolu 2024A, and OLADEJO 2022. Waste management. Waste management refers to the systemic administration of activities that provide for the collection, source separation, storage, transportation, transfer, processing, treatment, and disposal of waste. This goal is to reduce the adverse effect of waste on human health and environment, with promoting resource recovery and sustainability, as reported by Aremu 2024, OLADEJO 2018, 2020B, 2020C, and OLADEJO and Oruame 2024. Sogodoyi 2012 advocated for waste minimization, recycling, and safe reuse of both liquid and solid waste that could serve as the basis for fine-tuning existing policy on waste management. Smart technology. Smart technology refers to systems and devices that use advanced digital tools such as sensors, artificial intelligence, machine learning, big data analytics, and Internet of Things. The automation to collect, analyze, and hack data in real time as shown in Figure 5. This approach has been deployed in environmental management by OLADEJO 2019A, OLADEJO 2023. Oyeyinka 2025. Oyeyinka 2025 in his 17th LabTech Innovation Lecture opined that technological changes accounted for sustained growth, and Alamu 2025, while delivering his keynote address at the 6th International Conference and Workshop of Engineering and Technology Research, concluded that engineering and technology must advance access to energy, qualitative education, and entrepreneurship. Environmental resilience. Environmental resilience refers to the capacity of natural systems, including ecosystem landscapes and biosphere, to absorb disturbances, recover from environmental stresses, adapt to changes, and maintain essential functions and structures over time, according to Hall 1973. Technological innovations through the lens of biblical, Islamic, and Yoruba traditional worldview. Mr. Vice I purposefully included this section because of its alignment with the Center for African Studies here in Ogbomoso. Technological innovation is often regarded as a divine feature of modernity, yet it is deeply rooted in humanity, spiritual, cultural narratives. Major religious and traditional worldview provide not only moral framework, but also philosophical reflection on the nature, purpose, and limit of technology. Biblical perspective. In Genesis 4:22, Tubal-Cain is identified as the forger of all instruments of bronze and iron, indicating that mythology and craftsmanship are ancient human pursuits. This verse implicitly acknowledges the technological skill is part of humanity's God-given creativity. However, in Genesis 11:1-9, recounts the story of towers of Babel, wherein humanity unified effort to build a tower with its top to the heavens, result in divine intervention and the confusion of languages. The narrative serves as a cautionary tale against hubris and unbridled pursuit of power through technology, suggesting that innovation must remain aligned with divine purpose. Islamic perspective. Islam embraces technological innovation as part of humanity's divinely sanctioned role as Khalifa, steward of the earth. The Quran encourages the pursuit of knowledge, iman, and the harnessing of nature's resources for beneficial end. Surah Al-Jathiyah 45:13 proclaims, "And he has subjected to you whatever is in heavens and whatever is on earth, all from him. Indeed, in that are the signs of the people who give trust." This verse underscores that the natural world of a divine trust, inviting responsible exploration and utilization through technology. In hadith of Prophet Muhammad, with the blessing of the Lord be upon him, he said, "The best among you are those who bring greatness, benefit to others." Al-Mujab, Al-Aswad 5787. Framing technological innovation in terms of social benefit, that is innovation and sustainability. But Yoruba traditional perspective, according to Abibola 1976 and Idowu 1962, the Yoruba traditional worldview has preserved in Iba corpus, offer a distinctive approach to technology, viewing it as a product of Ashe, the vital force of power that permeates the universe and enable creations and transformation. The Yoruba sacred text frequently discusses craftsmanship, invention, and role of human ingenuity. The Old Washemiki contains the proverb, "What is done with wisdom does not spoil the oracle." This highlights the technological activities guided by wisdom and ethical consideration and compatible with spiritual harmony. It admonishes against aligned technological advancement to foster arrogance or to disrupt harmony between human and nature. The heart must not depart from the word, the order that the heavens has established upon it. Why is waste a great problem? The world produces over 2.1 billion tons of municipal waste annually, with at least 33% mismanaged, according to World Bank. One of the environmental and health impact of waste is generation of greenhouse gases emission. Landfill generates methane, a potent greenhouse gases that is 25 times stronger than CO2, according to IPCC 2021. Figure 6 shows greenhouse emission from burning dump sites. Furthermore, according to HEPA 2023, leachate, toxic liquid from landfill pollute groundwater sources, while e-waste releases lead, mercury, cadmium, harming soil, and drinking water, according to B.Tech Convention in 2023. Figure 8 shows the prevalence of environmentally related health symptoms and illness in 2 locations in Ibadan, southwest Nigeria. The current global environmental issues. Climate change is the most pressing environmental issue worldwide, driven by greenhouse gases emissions from the fossil fuel combustion, deforestation, and industrialization, according to IPCC 2021. This leads to rising in global temperature, increasing frequency of hurricanes, droughts, and wildfire, causing loss of life and property, according to NASA 2023 and World Meteorological Organization in 2022. Africa and Nigeria sustainability challenges. Africa states, Nigeria inclusive, struggle with waste management, a growing environmental crisis, energy deficit, power shortage, and unstable supply and infrastructure failure. Poor urban and environmental planning as presented in Table 1. Several countries showcase effective sustainable engineering practice. Denmark generates over half of its electricity from wind, supplemented by waste-to-energy plants and smart grid for power stability. Germany leveraged on AI and blockchain support for renewable integration and carbon cracking. My research contribution to engineering solutions for sustainable future. Mr. Vice President, my research contribution to engineering solutions for a sustainable future are discussed based on the three main cardinal headings. First, green energy and renewable technologies. Second, solid waste management and material recovery. And lastly, smart technologies for environmental sustainability. OLADEJO 2020 investigated bioenergy generation from anaerobic digestion of food waste, cow dung, and piggery dung, as shown in Figure 9. The physicochemical parameters of the substrate were determined before and after digestion. After analysis, the highest methane contained 64.6% was obtained from digestion of food waste and piggery dung, while the lowest 54% was from co-digestion of food waste only, according to Figure 10 and Figure 11. In a related study, OLADEJO and OLADIPUPO 2022 optimized biogas production from sawdust using alkaline and biological pretreatment method. The sawdust fiber were obtained from Quaker's genus, that is oak, using sustainable pretreatment method. Sawdust and poultry dungs as substrate were obtained from Ogbomoso, and the liquefaction of oak samples was carried out through the gravimetric method on day 5, 10, and 15 before and after digestion. Physicochemical parameters were analyzed according to APHA 2018, and standard anaerobic digestion on substrate was performed through alkaline and biological pretreatment processes. According to Table 4, you see the result of the fiber fraction, lignin determination, and substrate and digest samples. The biogas sample composition from biological and alkaline pretreatment were methane 65.05%, 62.27%, and carbon dioxide 17.51%, and 13.28%. Both pretreatment methods produce enough methane percentages, but biological pretreatment perform better. This work is applicable in sustainable biogas production for environmental protection. Furthermore, OLADEJO 2024 investigated co-digestion of Itis Surveillance, bushmeat or efferioso, and poultry manure. The potential of anaerobic co-digestion of poultry dropping with chemically pretreated and untreated bushmeat weed for biogas generation were assessed. Inoculum from cattle rumen content was used to anaerobically digest the soup. For the chemically pretreated and the untreated test, the experimental biogas feed were presented according to graph 12 and graph 13. OLADEJO 2025 conducted a study on cattle rumen inoculated Glyceria sepium agumaniae with poultry manure and optimized the process. The combination of mechanical and thermoalkaline method was applied to pretreat Glyceria sepium in the main experiment, while another experiment without pretreatment was concluded. The physicochemical properties of the substrate were determined using standard procedure, while central composite design (CCD) of response surface methodology (RSM) was employed for experimental design. The result shows biogas feed of 1.3186 liter per kilogram of VS and 1.2535 liter per kilogram of VS for pretreated and untreated, respectively. OLADEJO 2025B evaluated biogas feed from co-digestion of varying particle size of concord biomass with poultry manure and conducted a process parameter optimization studies. hydropower solution. OLADEJO et al. 2021 proposed elevated water tank for micro hydropower generation to provide a low-cost renewable energy solution for households. Pico hydropower system was constructed using flowing water in the elevated tank to rotate a locally fabricated turbine to light a low voltage electrical bulb. These are shown in figure 15 to 20. The result obtained from the experimental setup showed a flow rate of 0.0014 meter cube per second and a total elevated head of 3 meters, generating a power output of 4.73 watts. We can see from figure 15, 16, 17 to 20, showing some of the fabricated material and the electrical components that were put together. OLADEJO and Engr 2024 analyzed clean energy potential from municipal dump sites and estimated methane recovery for sustainable energy solution at Oke-Sage, Abeokuta, Ogun State. The total waste generated was 3,780.83 tons with an estimated energy content of 46,370 millijoule, potentially generating 12.881 megawatt hour. The proposed integrated waste management strategy included recycling of 46% of the waste and 56% of energy recovery. Similarly, OLADEJO et al. 2020 examined the energy potential of solid waste at Landmark University with the feasibility of substantial electricity generation. Samples of solid waste generated within the Landmark University were collected, separated, classified, dried, pulverized, and sealed using a seed number of 500 micrograms. The total energy content from the campus waste was estimated at 32,989 millijoule per day. Thus, it is possible to generate about 0.38 megawatts of electricity from daily steam production. Furthermore, OLADEJO et al. 2020b assessed solid waste to energy conversion in Omana for material recovery and biogas production. Figure 21 and figure 22 depict the results. Methane release from university, LAUTECH Ogbomoso dump site, and environment was projected by OLADEJO et al. 2025C to develop campus waste to energy conversion. Waste samples were collected from bins and dumping sites over 5 days, Monday to Friday, in 3 years, 2021, 2023, and 2024. To obtain a waste operation data as shown in table 6. Sorting into major waste composition was carried out, and waste samples were taken to laboratory to carry out the moisture content and energy content analysis. Methane and carbon dioxide emissions from dumping sites and farm animals within Nigeria, within LAUTECH and its environment, were measured using gas detector. The estimated waste generation at LAUTECH was 6,161.4 kilograms per day, resulting in a daily waste generation rate of approximately 1.7 kilograms per person, considering a university population of 33,000, as shown in figure 23. Energy content of daily waste was 107.19 millijoule, implying an electricity generation of up to 0.02977 megawatt hour per day, that is approximately 29.77 kilowatt hour from daily stream production, as presented in table 7 and figure 24. Methane level ranges from 75 ppm to 2,107 ppm, while CO2 concentration vary between 400 ppm and 407 ppm across farms as indicated in table 8. OLADEJO and Fashion 2025 develop organic fertilizer from agro waste such as rice waste and cow dung and sawdust. The results establish the possibility of recycling waste generated from leftover food rice from different eateries and households, cow dungs and cattle fens, and sawdust from sawmills. Greenhouse gas emissions from climate and climate mitigation. OLADEJO et al. 2020d projected methane emission estimated release from university dumping sites using IPPC and land emissions. The projection shows that in the year 2031, that there is going to be 7.07 and 1.50 megagram per year from DM and land respectively. A similar study, OLADEJO et al. 2024b, conducted methane emission in LAUTECH and that latent methane emission were forecast. The result revealed that negligible existence of methane emission in LAUTECH campus with IPC model and land gem showing according to the graph in graph figure 25 to 27. In OLADEJO 2025C, according to the 10th Faculty of Engineering and Technology Lecture Series title, in the context of title remediation, I had the opportunity to apply consulted wetland as a sustainable wastewater treatment to cover municipal wastewater treatment, saline or brackish wastewater treatment, industrial wastewater treatment, and stormwater treatment. Smart technology for environmental sustainability. In OLADEJO 2019, IoT-based solid waste collection and monitoring was implemented to improve collection efficiency in LAUTECH. Mr. Vice Chancellor, sir. A smart intelligent alert system was developed for proper solid waste management by giving an alert signal to the waste management team of the university for instant cleaning of dustbin with proper verification based on the level of the waste filling as presented in figure 28 to 31. OLADEJO 2023 design IoT sensor for LPG leakage detection. The project involved designing and developing a smart intelligent alert system for LPG leakage monitoring by sending an alert system to homeowners for instant precautionary measure to prevent fire outbreak in the house as shown in figure 35. Figure 36, 37, 38 to 40 also shows the component of the IoT-based leakage detection devices. Mr. Vice President, in conclusion, the 21st century presents both formidable challenges and unparalleled opportunities in the pursuit of environmental sustainability. As reviewed throughout this lecture, the integration of green energy system, effective waste management practices, and smart technology constitute a transformative framework for addressing the global environmental crisis. The fusion of these three pillars not only mitigates the adverse effects of climate change, pollution, energy scarcity, but pave way for resilient, inclusive, technological, and advanced society. Our local reality in Nigeria and indeed across Africa underscore a critical need for context-specific engineering intervention. The recurring power outage, overflowing dump sites, rising emissions, degrading urban environments signify not only infrastructural gap but systemic inefficiency. However, these are not insurmountable. With the planning, stakeholder collaboration, and political will to invest in sustainable engineering practice, these challenges can become catalysts for green growth and innovation. My research journey has demonstrated that viable and scalable solutions exist from biogas production using agricultural and municipal waste to low-cost hydropower innovations to the deployment of IoT-driven smart waste management systems. These interventions, rooted in local resources and indigenous knowledge, offer blueprints for engineering-led transformation, especially in low-income and developing regions. The integration of sustainability into engineering practice is no longer optional, it is imperative. As engineers, scholars, policymakers, and citizens, we must embrace our collective responsibility to safeguard the planet. The pathway to sustainable future lies in our commitment to ethical innovation, interdisciplinary collaboration, and the continuous pursuit of knowledge that serves both people and the planet. Recommendations. To effectively harness engineering solutions for a sustainable and resilient future, the following multi-level recommendations are proposed. Mr. Vice Chancellor, policy and governance. Institutionalize circular economy policy. Government at all levels must enact legislation that mandates waste segregation, incentivizes recycling, and support extended producer responsibility. Mainstream renewable energy in national development plans, that is, prioritize investment in solar, wind, hydro, and bioenergy projects through feed-in tariff, subsidized, and tax incentives. Academic and research institutions. Promote transdisciplinary research. Universities will encourage collaborative research across engineering, environmental science, ICT, and public policy to foster holistic, sustainable solutions. Strengthen curriculum and capacity building. Establish innovation hub. Create center of excellence within engineering faculties to incubate prototypes and technology that address energy, waste, and climate challenges. Industrial and technological advancement. Adopt green technology in manufacturing. Industries will embrace clean production, energy efficiency, and waste resource conversion technologies to reduce environmental footprint. Leverage on digital innovation, use IoT, AI, and data analytics to enhance real-time monitoring, predictive maintenance, and resource optimization in urban and industrial systems. Community engagement and education. Raise public awareness, implement grassroots campaigns to educate citizens on proper waste disposal, energy conservation, and environmental stewardship. Support green job and skill development, then foster citizen science. Involve local communities in data collection, environmental monitoring, and feedback system for sustainable policy implementation. Regional and global collaboration. Strengthen South-South collaboration, leverage partnership within Africa, even for knowledge sharing, resource pooling, and regional sustainability projects. Align with international frameworks, ensure national development aligns with the United Nations Sustainable Development Goals, SDG. Then promote technology transfer, facilitate the adaptation of best practices and proven technologies from global leaders and renewable energy and circular economic systems. It is with immense gratitude and humility, with deep reflection, that I acknowledge the many individuals and groups who have contributed to my academic journey and granted support to make this 65th inaugural lecture possible. Each of you has left an enduring mark on my personal and professional growth. Firstly, I give all glory and adoration to the only wise God, the most sufficient and most beneficent. I hereby express my gratitude to the El Shaddai, the Elohim, the Almighty God, who guided and protected me till today, and I pray He continues to guide me and my loved ones. To my parents, late by Emmanuel OLADEJO, my first mentor and close ally, and my living mama, OLADIPUPO. Let me support my mommy. My mama is almost 85. Mama, hey, you can sit down. That is Mrs. Marian OLADEJO, who sacrificially piloted my life affairs and from cradles to this stage. I'm eternally grateful for all your sacrifices and discipline. Thank you. My deepest appreciation goes to my Ph.D. supervisor. We usually call him Baba Jode. Prof, you are there, I can see you. Thank you, sir. Prof, thank you for your invaluable guidance and wisdom, particularly during my formative years of the career. Your mentorship has left an indelible mark on both professional and personal growth. I extend heartfelt thank you to my early influencers, my teachers. Mama Adele is here. Mama, that's my primary school teacher. Mama Adele. You are all first nurtured my curiosity and passion for learning. Mr. Vice Chancellor, permit me to mention a few of the men of impactful influence during my early career. Professor Sangodoyi Y.K. of UI, who taught me the rudiment of hydraulics and hydrology and design of hydraulic structures. Professor Jedima J.O., the Vice Chancellor of the University of Technology of Ogun State, taught me engineering materials, and later, while serving as acting head of department under him, he taught me the administrative impact and excellent delivery mentalities I learned, which still linger to today. Professor Rahim Ehe, you stood as my parent for me during my registry marriage in 2001. Professor, you are here. You and Professor Oladejo. Professor Oladejo is here. You are so amazing lecturers during my undergraduate years. The two of you specifically taught me the manual procedure of examination result processing and presentation. Thank you so much. Professor Gio Araromi, the DVC AI, your assistance on Fortran programming during my master's program thesis project in 2000 was never unappreciated. Thank you so much. The photocopy of that Fortran programming is still on my shelf. Thanks for the impact. Thank you all. I appreciate the university management under the able leadership of the indefatigable and efficient Vice Chancellor, Professor Razak Olatunde Rom-Khalilu. Special thanks to all the past Vice Chancellor of this university who have worked on the other great decisions concerning me. I appreciate the collaboration I've enjoyed with the Committee of Deputy Vice Chancellors, Provosts, and Deans, the CDPD. The CDPD. Thank you, sir. The AMPC, the Academic and Technical University, the Board of Postgraduate Studies, the Postgraduate, thank you, University Ceremonial Committee, and others. I strongly acknowledge these father figures for their positive influences on me over the years. Reverend Canon E. Babajide Lucas is celebrated his 20th years anniversary on Tuesday. Professor J. Olajide, Professor S. Ojikainfa, Professor K. Adebiyi, Professor Anthony B. Afolabi, Professor Abel Ogunwale, Professor Temiso Ibijua, Professor Okusidi retired, Professor Ofawole, and Professor Oyeboki, and Oba Professor Akintola Alato Fokiapa, Kabiyesi. Mr. Vice Chancellor, sir, kindly permit me to pay posthumous tribute and express my heartfelt appreciation to the foreign legends who significantly shaped my life and career. I have mentioned my dad, then I want to mention the late Prophet John O. Ogodari, who constant prayers and visits supported me immensely. I also honor Professor J. Ogurombi, my first mentor in civil engineering. He introduced me to the field of civil engineering in 200 level and later launched me into environmental engineering at 400 level. The seeds you planted have been born fruition in 100-fold today. My deep gratitude goes to the late Professor Suleiman Muibi, a visiting professor from International Islamic University, Malaysia, who co-opted me into the field of biotechnology, an area from which the majority of my research publications have since emerged. To Professor Ruben Buayeni, it is never done even in Cornell. My first university mathematics teacher, your belief in me remained firm even in the moment of doubt. You laid the mathematical foundation upon which my engineering career is built. Lastly, I want to acknowledge Professor Abbas Olajire, my university chemistry teacher, whose instructions also contributed significantly to my academic growth. I thank all the past deans of the Faculty of Engineering, the heads of Department of Civil Engineering, Professor Johnson, Rotimi, Oluremi, and the past heads of civil engineering and other heads of department in Faculty of Engineering and Technology. All the professors and other members of staff of Faculty of Engineering and Technology are recognized and appreciated for their encouragement over the years. My special thanks goes also to the members of staff for Department of Civil Engineering for support, collaboration, and intellectual rigors that created in me a vibrant space for exploration and growth. Mr. Vice Chancellor, sir, kindly avail me the permission to specially appreciate all the heads of department and the constituent of the Committee of Heads of Department in my faculty, in the person of Professor O. Oniya, AGE, Professor Fabio, CPE, Professor Ajani, CHE, Professor Mudasiru, ME, Professor Luremi, CBE, Professor Adeyanju, LDE, and Professor Kelola, for their unflinching support in the smooth running of the affairs of the faculty. All members of other operational committees in the faculty and their chairmen are well recognized for their unflinching support towards achieving this far. Examination and timetable, abstract consideration, sequence and swell, faculty lecture series, faculty conference lab coverall, engineering graduate induction, examination monitoring, large editorial team, and all those that represent the faculty at various university committees. All the cognate deans are well recognized. Professor Oge Adebayo of AGE, Latin War, CHE, Professor Babatunde CHE, Asafa ME, and Professor KCP, Professor Naomi ME, and Professor Warren CHE. My honor and loyal appreciation go to all the members of the registry staff of the faculty office under the leadership of the ever supporting acting faculty officer, Mr. Ogbomoso, success. These are Mr. F.A. Adenito, Mr. Yola, Mr. Adewuyi, Mr. Adeyo, Mr. Ayela, and Mr. Ewo Oladino, Mr. Molola Aremu, Oladusu, and Timothy, and Mr. Aye Ayede. All of these have worked tirelessly and served diligently. Thank you for your cooperation. I am most sincerely grateful to all the research group members, both locally and internationally, especially in Lautech, Ogbomoso, Redeemers University, Ede, Osun State, Bowen, Igbo, Osun State, Landmark University, Umaran, and South Africa. Professor Samuel Odansi, Adewoye, Oladipupo, Professor Francis Ibekule, Professor Suike, Elemile, and others. To all my students, both past and present, undergraduate and postgraduate, thank you for your curiosity, enthusiasm, and willingness to engage deeply with ideas. Your questions often spark sincere, new avenue for thought, and your successes continue to inspire me. Watching you grow has been one of the more rewarding aspects of my career. The following personalities are well appreciated for their kind gestures and philanthropic support towards me and faith. Engineer Dr. A.P. Alamu, Victoria Guest House, Ogbomoso, Engineer Femi Abidoye, Femtech, Engineer Dele Fadipo, Elephant Concept, Engineer Bode Otola, Spectrum Press, and Engineer Dr. Yinka Jao, to the funding agencies and organizations, including the Tech Fund and the Agency for International Development Corporation, the Ministry of Foreign Affairs of Israel, Mashab. Thank you for your belief in my previous research works and for providing the resources necessary to bring the output to life. I appreciate the University Academic Lecture Series Committee under the chairmanship of Professor Oladiji for their diligence and painstaking assistance through the preparatory and final delivery of this 65th inaugural lecture. Committee for this inaugural lecture under the chairmanship of Professor T.B. Asafa and his team, Dr. Salam, that represented the Professor again, Professor Adebayo, Professor Gulaki, Professor Oke, Professor Alade, Professor Adetola, Oloyede, Dr. Oloyede, and Engineer Mrs. Onawumi and Abiola, and Dr. Mrs. Sulaiman Oyedo, Engineer Mrs. Oyedo, and Oje Olabi. For your instrumental roles in bringing this 65th inaugural lecture to fruition, your dedication to the behind-the-scene works does not go unnoticed and is deeply appreciated. Your attention to details and commitment behind the scene have been indispensable, and I am deeply appreciative of your hard work. The following affiliates are immensely recognized as leader of the socio-cultural well-being of the society. ASU Lautech, under the able leadership of Engineer Dr. Ben Dada, and all the past ASU leaders for leading the welfare issues of members and revitalization of Nigerian investors. Congratulations to the IPZC, Comrade Professor Oyeboki, and the newly inducted Zonal Coordinator, Comrade Professor Abiodun Olaniran, Lautech Alumni Association, Home and Global. The last award presentation still lingers thanks to the Global President, Engineer Lekan Badmus, and his executives. Akada and Federal Cooperative Societies, you have been pillar of financial assistance and support through the years. Odo of Landlord Association, Eyi Baba àti Mama, Edide Elekumori Ogbomoso. Àwọn bàbá mi nílé ní àtàwọn ọmọ mi. Lórúkọ Jésù ẹ̀fẹ̀ fún wa. Ẹ jókòó. Igboran Landlord Association Ogbomoso, iná Ọlọ́run fún society. Láti CAC orúkọ ní iná Ọlọ́run fún society. Okay, God bless you. The work we gave Nigeria 26 and 34 by the company, the Nigerian Society of Engineers, Nigerian Institution of Environmental Engineers. To all my friends of all time, Adeleye Kayode, Olaleye Ayeni, Jide Odebumi, Pastor Emi Adeleye, Pastor P. Oluseye, Pastor Golade Akande, Honorable Yelaki, Akishinobola, and Josie. I'm grateful to God to have you all around me, to the Ibadan Grammar School Association, the COSA 8489 set, the global body, especially Baba Professor Adedibu, whose interest is in my last 10 faculty lectures presentation was a great push for me towards this inaugural lecture delivery. Thank you, boss. I thank my in-laws, especially the Adedibu, the Tiami youth, and the EJs. Let me see you stand up. God bless you from Lagos. God bless you. Your love towards OLADEJO cannot be fathomed. Thank you for your trust reposed in us. To all my paternal and maternal relatives, my uncles and aunts, Bratunde from Bratunde, Brobade, Brosanjo, Alaja Remu Abdulai. So, if you are there, and he said, you know me, the Ghanaians, Brother Demola Ismaila, Brother Deyemi Muslim, Bro Kazim, Bro Abbas, Bro Wakil, Brother Kule, you are all great people, wonderful people of my family. Thank you for staying by us after the journeys of my dad. Mr. Vice Chancellor, I sincerely appreciate my spiritual fathers and mothers and the authorities of Christ Apostolic Church, Nigeria and overseas, under the able leadership of Pastor Samuel Olusegun Oladele, the President, and Pastor Iyo Odejobi, Pastor Oladejo, Pastor Mako, and others. I want to appreciate the pastorate and member of CSC Tabali Oluko Ibadan and CSC Faithful Chapel, New Sawmill area in Glory here, and I express even my heartfelt to CSC Okemole District Headquarters behind teaching hospital. All these have provided spiritual nourishment for me as well as platform for Christian ministry. Thank you all. Mr. Vice Chancellor, sir, as the Okalawan of the OLADEJO dynasty, I am a man of many ladies, ranging from my siblings to my tech children, the beauties and brains, and my supporting partners. I appreciate all my siblings, the sweet sisters, and their husbands, Elder and Mrs. Olusola Akiyemi, my elder sister, Sister Fumi, Sister and Mrs. Bioku, Pastor and Mrs. Olujoke Morakeyo, Pastor and Mrs. Oladayo Dairo, Damilola Igianosu, and Dr. Segun Ogunbayi. You are all well recognized. I am deeply grateful for the unwavering support, love, nurture, and encouragement I receive from my family base, my children, Atinope Enjioluwa, Ikoluwa Fifi Atelia, Esther Tolako Gloria, and Olaoluwa Obedwikas. You all have been most supportive, and your joy, curiosity, and resilience have been a constant reminder of what love truly is. Molola Shalewa, thank you for your kindness and unwavering support. You came at the time when it's most needed. I am mostly grateful to my wife, Yaya. That is my wife, Olubusola Victoria. See you next time. I want to thank you for all that you represent as a companion. Your understanding and your presence through the thick and thin cannot be quantified enough. I thank you for your love, for your support, for prayers. Thank you, I thank all my family members for taking care of the man of the family all this while. And I'm eternally grateful to God for giving you all as a bundle of gifts to me. To God alone be the glory. Thank you.
Hereby declare the 65th inaugural lecture of Ibadan University of Technology closed. Once again, we thank all of us for being part of this.